What you got going on over there? Random rambling, it's a lot over here, so just keep up. Welcome to my life, be like real life, told by IQV. What it look like this week, we got an hour for you to save the world, let's go. I'm so happy to have you here.
And we're back after a long, unprecedented, unplanned break. Welcome back. Welcome back. Had to welcome myself back. Y'all, I promise you, like this morning, I forgot to even know how to record a podcast. I couldn't find my stuff. Like, I don't even know. But let me start off by saying I apologize. I have not recorded anything since November the 26th. And this is why. So, of course, when I recorded that week. That was Thanksgiving week. That week was the week that my parents got married. So, of course, that was a schedule. Wasn't having a podcast that day. Had every intention on being back on December the 5th. When I come back from my parents' wedding, I started feeling horrible. So that week, I limped through the week, felt bad. By that Monday after, I was out of work for a few days. Like, could not handle it. I was so tired. It was like my body was collapsing, like done. And so then I went up into maybe almost Christmas without a voice that I can even sit and talk with long enough. It was crazy. And then I started medicine, and it's making me sleepy, and I was tired. Then I had other stuff to do. Then Christmas came, and life started happening, and all the things all at once. And little old podcast got pushed off to the side. And I am going to apologize for maybe how long this podcast is going to be today. It's going to be really what the description is: random rambling. So you better keep up today, because I got a lot to say since I ain't said nothing in like 7 weeks, something like that. And please don't 6-7 me. Yeah, it's the worst thing you could say to me. I have kids in kindergarten that say 6, 7, and I literally lose my bottoms when they say it. Like, shut up. So, anywho, I'm glad to be back. We should be on our regularly scheduled programming now. I don't know about next Saturday because I actually have an event. I'm going to try this again. I should start back recording. I'm going to try to get a subscribers only in to record today. I'm trying to do this while Christian sleep, because boy, she been wearing me out. The loud stemming. It's the loudness of it. It's not the stemming, it's the intensity. It's so loud. I'm like, girl, do you not realize you're screaming? I really want to get her ears checked, because I don't think she realized how loud she's screaming. I know it's ripping my head a new one, because y'all know I like silence. I'm like, oh, girl, you doing too much for your mama. But how y'all been? Because my life has been in a whirlwind, you know what. So my life be like, it's still in a whirlwind. No, I ain't found a job. I'm trying to find something. Like, I'm over it, done. Christian's behavior are pretty manageable. So I'm kind of trying to start back taking orders, all the things or whatever. Just about to, once I finish recording this podcast, kind of pull all my arts and crafts stuff out and see what I got, and try to see if I want to keep it or sell it. So good way to pay attention to my page, because I got candle making stuff, jewelry making stuff, all the things. I have a whole Cricut that I'm not using. and everything. And I'm just trying to debate on whether I'm gonna keep it or not, because yeah, it's taking up space. Um, all the things with that. I have not, and I have not had not no progress with my GoFundMe, none at all. I also haven't posted it, but I also got my new mortgage amount, and I literally cried whole real tears. It went up $130 something, and I'm like, I'm already struggling to find that money. I don't know how I'm gonna make it, and like now my mortgage, the actual taxes and insurance on it, which is, we live in a wild world. My taxes and insurance are higher than the actual principal of my mortgage. It's over double it now, which is crazy. So now my mortgage is almost $700, as if the 550 wasn't hard. It's almost $700 now. And I don't know how I'm gonna come up with that. And now we're in January. My last disbursement of money for school comes in a couple of weeks, and then I don't have any school money left, and I'm in a sheer panic. So when I tell y'all I'm over it and done, and what makes me incredibly upset, and I know somebody gonna call me salty or try to call me out for this. I sit and I watch people like, share, and do basic share crazy stuff, nonsense. But when it come down to helping people in community, they don't like it. They don't share it or nothing. Even if you don't have money to give, like it or share it. And we in a time right now too where we're in political unrest, whether you want to admit it or not. And watching people who are legally committing crimes, you can feel how you want to feel, taking people out, doing crazy stuff, getting hundreds of thousands of dollars on their GoFundMe, and here I am with this little bitty amount compared to the $800,000, the $1,000,000 and stuff that people getting for being criminally offensive and reprehensible in society. Um, and I can't get my $45,000 goal. It's crazy. And it's not even something that I even want to ask for or anything. I put my pride aside to ask for it, because I understand closed mouths don't get fed, and I literally don't have any other way. I've tried to go get another job and everything else, and the sheer fact that I'm facing now the scope of, hey, I might have to now leave my job before the school year up. I at least wanted to make it through the school year and then just see whether I'm gonna be able to come back or not. Because if I don't get a job, where I can get in somewhere by May or whatever, and like get in training over the summer and train like those weeks while we off, and then start working, since I'll have my morning shifts available, train while we're off, and then go to night shift, because that's been my biggest problem with finding a job on night shift. I don't understand training on day shift when you work night shift. The whole point of working a shift is to work on that shift. Why would I want to train on day shift and I'm gonna work nights? That's why y'all can't keep employees. I don't know if I said it on this podcast or what. I might have said it on Facebook or on the TikTok. I can't remember. It's been a long time. I was talking to a lady about a job, and she was like, yeah, she's like, we can hire you, but we train on days. And I'm like, why? I was like, this is why y'all can't get candidates. People can't spend 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month of training online on a shift that they're not working. People who work night shift traditionally work another job. There are very few people, or they have some kind of obligation in the daytime that prevents them from working daytime. Most people don't just work nights because they want to. Regular people want to sleep at night. They don't want to work at night. They want to sleep at night. So if you have candidates that are willing to work at night, why won't you find a system that trains them at night? It would have behooved me when I was a trainer, because y'all forgot that I used to be a production coordinator and trainer before you try to knock me for my credentials. It would have behooved me to come in on day shift and try to train 3 shifts worth of people especially when you're talking about plant life, and you basically got people starting every day. At least one person starting on each shift every day. Very few days where there wasn't a person starting. People quit, don't come to work, get fired, etc. It'll behoove me to come in and try to train 3 shifts of people or whatever. Two, it's not an accurate representation of training. If the supervisor that's training you on first does things different, or like their things done a certain way, I get you go say it's a company, you should be doing stuff congruently anyway. Yeah, that's not the real world. It's just not. And I've been working with this person, and I seem to work well or work good with this person. I get on first shift and it's a total nightmare or whatever. Or you get on first shift and that supervisor's like, well, I don't like it done like that or whatever. You're just creating a whole problem by not training with the people that you're going to be working. You just create a problem. It's a problem waiting to happen. I seen it all the time. Well, we don't do it like that on first. We don't do it like that on third. Some things are moved around and have to be tweaked depending on the time of day for efficiency and flow. It's just the nature of the beast. At nighttime, there are no forklifts doing logistics in a plant, shuffling trucks around at the plant that I used to work for. Like the last trucks came at 5 o'clock. I mean, came before 4 or 5 o'clock because that's when our logistics team left. They ain't taking trucks late at night. They're not loading, unloading, or if they were loading and unloading on second shift, they had already been checked in, scanned in, so the forklift drivers only pushing it. So on third shift, there's a little bit more leeway. You can put things in places that you can't put them on first for efficiency and flow, or there are things and processes of loading and unloading that you do when logistics ain't there to make that job easier. But if I don't learn that on the shift that I'm going to be doing it, I try to put stuff where I put it on third, come to first, and then they like, no, that's not how we do it here. Now I'm creating a problem. If you hear me and you have a company that runs different shifts, please allow people to train on the shift that they're going to be working. I'm going to tell you, please allow people to train on the shift they're going to be working. I talked about UPS a few years ago when they were doing their interviews and training on the shifts that people was working. So if they was working night shift, they was doing 2 and 3 and 4 a.m. interviews. Kudos. That's how it should be. If I want to work that shift, that's how it should be. I'm for real. That's how it should be. You need to come up with processes. If you're going to run a 24-hour operation, all of the operations, for the most part, need to be 24 hours. Management, I would love a third shift manager to interview on third shift. Like, I'm sorry, if I had a business legitimately, you'd have to interview with that manager, and I'm not making them stay over after they've been here all day to make you come to a 7 a.m. interview. They've been here all night, or they're tired. They ain't heard nothing you said. You can interview with them in the prime of their shift, 11:30, 12, 1, 2 in the morning, when they're up and alert and able to process the information. People don't think like that, but I do. I'm sorry. That's just my train of thought. I know people will disagree with me, and that's fine. We can agree to disagree. But the workforce would be stronger if y'all thought about things like this. But again, that's just me. We have to think about what we need to do to retain people. To get good people, quality people, you got to start making quality business decisions. Okay. All right. Anywho, um, so that's that. Um, I'm just praying for the best. I would hate to lose my house over less than $20,000 at this point, and I'm hating that at $700. It doesn't seem like we're being taxed out of our home in our area. I'm gonna pay $80,000 if I make it for something that I could have just fundraised $20,000 for. It's just blowing my mind. It's blowing my mind. It's blowing my mind. The lack of resources and help for people in this area. I don't understand every aspect of my life. I can't find help with things that I need help with right now. I can't find help with. I don't qualify. You don't have this. You don't have that. Like, I don't even understand why mortgage assistance in Georgia is still COVID dependent. Why do you need to have a COVID hardship in 2026? If you're going to continue the program, you might as well lift the stipulation for COVID, because people in 2026, I promise you, they've either been in foreclosure or that hardship has dissolved. You can't tell me you're having a COVID hardship in 2026. And everybody keeps telling me apply, 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 apply. Yeah. And those people say you need a COVID hardship. What COVID hardship do I have in 2026? No one is having a COVID hardship in 2026. Even if you're missing a couple of days of work because you have COVID, people are not still losing their jobs to COVID. They need to turn it into political or something else if they just want a hardship, something to make it harder to get. I mean, people losing their jobs every day because this administration um at rapid rates. It's worst unemployment rates you ever seen. I don't care how much this administration try to hide it. I don't know if they don't think we got our own two eyes or what. But okay, I'm not even gonna get on that right now. But yeah, that's that. That's that. It's a hot mess. Hot mess. So let me get into a few things. I want to talk about. We want to talk about this internet has gone ham. So if you don't know, my ministry associate had was on Facebook Live. TikTok Live on December the 12th, where she was being cyberbullied and harassed. You probably heard Rizi's story. Going backwards into it, this cyberbullying and advantage taking and manipulation, because she knew these people, she had met these people on TikTok and began to associate with them offline as well, where they were taking advantage of her, doing all kinds of things and everything else. Rizi has long since, I've known Rizi since 2020, and she has long since struggled with her mental health. Like, um, it's been bad, but one thing about it, she never gave up on her fight. She always lived to see another day. She always let people know when she was declining, all the things. She would find somebody to try to help her really back in. Well, on that day, as much as I don't want to even see here, the bullying just became too much, and there were people on the live just telling her that, you should unalive yourself, and that's exactly what she did. And now there's been this whole crazy discourse, dysfunction, stupidness, mostly on the TikTok app. And I try my best every day not to lose it, because I have to keep reminding myself that these people don't know Rizi in the light that I know Rizi. These people don't know her at all. Most, for the most part, offline. These people lost somebody that they could manipulate into giving them thousands of dollars, trips, etc. Like, this made me realize there are different places and very dark places on the internet that I don't know anything about. But y'all know I'm a professional, so I try to keep my nose clean with the internet. But this showed me that the internet is a very evil, very unmonitored place. Um, and some of y'all just do way too much on it. Way too much. And I've tried myself every day to keep myself from losing it. Having to watch, my relationship with my pastors I'm super close with my pastors. super, super close. And having to watch them grieve her when they poured out, they gave, they did way more. You understand? Let me help y'all understand something about my pastors. My pastors are people before they're pastors. They're people. They are people before they're pastors. Forget about being the shepherd of the flock. These are people that have real life and real issues outside of the religious setting that I lead. And I have to see just as about as I have in their mind, it's just as much as I've taken a charge to lead them in their spiritual journey, their faith and well being with religion. I've also taken a charge to make sure that they okay as people. And they do both very well. And I mean they do it very, very well. I'm sure we get on their nerves. I'm sure because I know some of my church people do the most and probably worry them the most. And I don't care who here it is. I go somewhere and get on their rock. Because if you feel some kind of way, it's probably you I'm talking about. It is what it is. And I watch them pour out their heart, their soul, their money, their being, their feelings, their everything into everybody. One thing about my pastors, they love everybody. They'll take anybody in. I guarantee you, if you gave my pastors like a house the size of like Walmart or something, we'd all live with them. We probably would all just live together. And we're not in a cult or anything. Don't get me wrong. It's just they care so much about people and their wholeness and well being that they never want people to. We figure out how to make a community of our own and deal. We are a very talented group of people. I want to say that we can together. I believe we put ourselves together and apply ourselves properly. We can run our own city together because we have that much talent and that much intellect. Again, we're not in a cult. It's not like that. It's just I can see stuff past stuff. Like if you put us together, if we can all come together and agree, we could get a lot accomplished. Straight up. And we ain't arguing with each other, beefing or whatever like that. It's just if we had the means and the method, we could really do it. Follow me. So having to watch them grieve like this is tearing me up. That's the part that's hurting me the worst. My pastor, she is, and I've mentioned her on here several times. She is a grief counselor, a grief therapist. So like one of her specialties as a licensed therapist is grief. And a few years back, she lost her grandma on Christmas Day. And I watched her go from this person who was all about Christmas. When I first met her, I knew she was Mother Christmas. Everybody knew Pastor Sean is Mother Christmas. Like anything First Lady is all about Christmas. And I watched her lose her zeal for holidays, for Christmas, be sad, be upset, just kind of make emotions. And you know what? Grief would do that to you. I remember how I felt when Mama Kim got off around here. Baby, I went into a deep spiral. Like, huh? You go from talking to this person every day and this person praying for you and encouraging you and trying to get you right and get you on the right foot forward to you gone. Just gone. And there are still moments now, and Mama Kim been gone now for almost 7 years, and I really can't believe it. But there are minutes and moments now where I look around and it boils my stomach in knots that she ain't here. Like, what brings me joy is watching the people around that I knew she was around and close to, watching pretty much the words that she gave us come to pass. Because a lot of them, I heard them in my own ear. watching her impartations come to pass is a beautiful thing, but at the same time, boy, I miss Kim. I don't know where we would be right now, but I legitimately miss everything about Mama Kim. Towards those last few months, we have become extremely close, and it ripped me a new one. So I understand exactly how my pastor feel. And this year, well, last year going into the Christmas holidays, she had finally got in Christmas spirit back. We was back online. We was joking. We was back on. And I was happy. I was like, oh, we gonna be good this year for Christmas. Like, we gonna have a good time, especially online. Cause we know that's where we keep up the shenanigans online. Laughter is good medicine. And then boom, right here at the holidays. 12 days before Christmas. 11 days, 13 days before Christmas. This happens. And I'm like, bruh, it's like we can't win. Like, boy, we can't win. And watching them process this, praying and trying to just keep my distance, because me, I my I have spazzed out so many times in this last, now it's been a month, in this last month till it's crazy. Watching people that I love and care for, even if you don't like me, watching them lose their ish over this has done it. Because we as a people don't deserve this. And having to watch these fools online lie and do every despicable, nasty, unimaginable thing you can do in the light of this horrific death is insane. I never know. And y'all know I'm 36 years old now. I never knew how nasty, evil. And me, I have a idea of how evil people can be. But this situation with Rizi showed me how nasty people really can be. Because I find myself saying every time I hear something, I know you blank lying. And I mean, I know you lying. I know you just ain't get on the internet and say about that. And then you got people are out here really saying that Rizi disappeared and she ain't dead, because I'm calling around to all these coroner offices and everything, and she ain't really dead. Y'all just out here want people to believe she dead. And when she resurfaced online, wah ha ha, nanny boo boo. Ooh, when I tell you that mess is tearing me up. It's tearing me up. Because what is we got to fake about somebody that we love and care about? And then when I went to night service to see her service dog with the baby, oh gosh. And they sat in front of me. Oh, I literally had to have my phone in my hand and like start distracting my mind, because I was getting so upset with thinking about all the mess. Because at Christmas, it was only 2 weeks. I mean, at New Year's, it had only been really 2 weeks, 2.5, 3 weeks, really, since it had all happened. And boy, let me tell y'all something. Ain't nobody got time for this. I'm so sick of the content, and people got upset with me because I said y'all can wrap this Rizi content up. Yes, because some of y'all are really making a mockery of food. You can be an advocate for cyberbullying and everything without making it about you, when it really should be about the situation, and bring a light to the situation, and let's find ways to prevent cyberbullying, like, to make this not happen again. And then some of y'all are cyberbullying people while trying to bring awareness to cyberbullying, and it's just crazy. And I'm like, so I will say mentally I ain't well. It's so much going on. I just feel like if it ain't one thing, it's another, it's another, it's another, it's another, it's another, and make it stop. I can't tell y'all how much I've cried and just keep crying and keep crying. Like, I don't want to cry anymore. I just want everything to stop. Just stop. And listen, let me tell you, because Rizi girl, you messed this. When they say you messed the city up with this one, baby, you messed the city up with this one. I really, really, really hate that your life had to end like this. Because of the recklessness and evil. And it's just at this point now that I've been seeing video after video and people been reaching out to me and stuff. I've gone viral a couple of times, a little bit, had high views, and lots of people that I opened my inbox back up on TikTok have reached out to me and said things and told me things and stuff. Girl, I hate your life had to end like this. And I feel even bad because I spend a lot of time on TikTok and I never knew this stuff was going on TikTok. And I'm like, I'm seeing people get dumb, stupid community violations for little small things. Messy talk should have been the biggest community violation out there. And to sit and watch people after you die play in people's faces. It's wearing me out. I don't care what nobody say about you. You didn't deserve to die, especially like this. But into the ends of this earth, we gonna make sure people never forget who you are. And this don't ever happen again. I really don't think people understand when they say stuff on the internet that it's people. It's people behind whatever you saying or doing or whatnot. And people have feelings. And you don't get to take charge of how people perceive or receive anything. You might have thought it was in light and joking. But somebody really, 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 really got upset. And things went left real bad, real fast. And I know no amount of tears or anything is going to bring you back. Nothing is going to bring you back. Nothing but time will mend all of the broken hearts and broken spirits. But if y'all don't hear anything else I say, remember this. And I've had to moderate my comments a lot in the last month. Plus, I moderate my comments on TikTok anyway, because you're not gonna do nothing before this situation. You're not gonna be mean to me and say mean and crazy stuff to me, and I'm gonna leave it up. I'm gonna delete it. Please don't be the reason why somebody slipped. I don't know why y'all take the internet so serious, but it don't call for anybody, and I absolutely mean anybody, to be mean to me and to anybody else on the internet. Y'all are doing way too much. And to sit and y'all play this crazy game as if y'all didn't know Because y'all had pride around enough to understand and know that Rizi's mental health wasn't in the best place. But to sit, pick, argue, and engage somebody who's basically in this moment of psychosis, not themselves and everything, and to sit and engage and to play on it and manipulate it and to do the things that y'all did to Rizi, there's a special place for y'all. It's a special place for y'all. If you don't think you gonna rot, I got news for you. Every dog got his day, a bulldog got two. If y'all don't think that the very thing you did to her won't come back on you, you're nuts. You're nuts. You don't obviously know the way of the world. You could call it karma, you can call it reaping and sowing, you can call it whatever you want to call it. But you're going to fall in your own trap. The very trap y'all set for Rizi, good luck. Unbelievable. That baby, I don't care whether you agree or disagree, because I'll even admit Rizi is debate is full of debate and argumentative. She gonna get her point across. You can like it, you don't like it. Her tone can be harsh at times and everything. But nobody in this life, nobody. And I've had a very deep psychotic episode in my life, y'all. Yes, I have. And I can only imagine, you know, what would have happened if somebody was playing with my mind and my heart and my feelings the way I watched recordings and screenshots and videos the way they was playing with me. Y'all are awful as a people. I just want to know who raised y'all. Is the money and fame y'all got on TikTok, is it worth it now? That's something I genuinely want to know. It can't be. And the people that sit in and continue to engage you, it's crazy. There ain't no way, baby. Ain't no way. But if y'all want to all get caught up together, get caught up together, baby. It don't make us no never mind. Because I know into the ends of this earth, we're going to figure out how to get y'all locked up. Some kind of consequence. There has to be a consequence for this. Ain't no way y'all going to walk scotch free or not. Pay. And I mean, y'all just going on about y'all life like ain't nothing happened, being accusatory, want to argue with people and want to swear people up and down that Rizi ain't dead. Baby, what? But okay, stop arguing. If you hear me, then stop arguing with them people. Stop giving them length. The Bible speak of not giving the devil length. Please stop giving them length. Because just like they play with her mind and her emotions and stuff, that's all they want to do to you. They want you to be the next her. Get off their lives, quit engaging them and everything else. I had made mention of this on somebody's page. I wish that black people would stop engaging in rage bait. Engaging rage bait. I'm sorry. Quit letting people on this internet get y'all out of pocket and get y'all mad if it's not specifically geared towards you. Say this before somebody say something about the video I posted last night, and I'm gonna get into that too. Quit letting people take you through that. It don't be worth it. I promise. It's a bunch of foolishness and mess. But Rizi girl, rest in peace. I wish these people on earth would let you rest in peace because they have gotten on my absolute last nerve. I just wish you wasn't here. I wish you was still here. I wish we were never having this conversation. And I don't know. Baby, this is a horrible void. This is horrible. And to watch the internet clown like this over somebody and try to clown grieving people, are you sick? Are y'all okay? The ones of y'all that's making y'all life over mess and being messy and being foolish, are y'all okay? Because I don't think y'all are okay in 2026 still being messy and dumb foolish. Y'all want to pay the bills that bad that y'all are gamble people? Y'all do understand y'all sacrificing people at this point, right? Are y'all cool? Because I don't think y'all cool. This is a mess. This is crazy. I'm tired. But enough about that. I don't want to make myself even more sad than what I am. Because this truly made me sad. On top of everything going on in my life, this has made me super sad. But one day at a time. One day at a time. My arm is itching. How to get my mind and my thoughts together, y'all. Give me a second. Whew. We'll stay right here online. So yesterday, you could go look at my TikTok video. Yesterday would have been Friday the 16th. I had walk y'all back a few days ago. Um, a video came up about how your friends be not really being friendly, and you need to check them out or whatever. This person I've been following for years. I bought tickets to their events and attended. I follow them. I share, like, repost most of their stuff. I agree with them. Like, I really follow this person. I admire this person. I respect this person. And I'm gonna leave their name out because at this point it's neither here nor there. I just hope that they take it as a lesson and realize that what I'm about to say is what I'm about to say. So y'all know on TikTok how TikTok will group your search or whatever, or index the search of your video. The searcher that they index it as being the person that they are and their influence and their position in society and in the church, because it is somebody, the index was appropriate. It was inappropriate. I'm sorry. It was super inappropriate. So this person is a lighthearted person, comedic, very, but really can be serious. So in black colloquialisms, I screenshotted the search and I put it up there. And I ask, and why, like Black people, ask rhetorical questions. And why is this video indexing on? Why is the search bar this? Why is this the search on this video? This person replied to my comment and insinuated that I was prying in their business, trying to hurt their feelings, being socially irresponsible and everything else, when I was only trying to bring it to their attention. Because why is this searching like this? Like, this is crazy. Just in case somebody else says it, because I didn't see anybody else say anything, or somebody else start running off and making rumors and stuff, you understand why this is happening, because your video is indexing like this. But it's super inappropriate, and you can go back, change SEOs and everything on stuff, and hashtags and stuff, and try to fix it. This person insinuated like I hurt their feelings and all of these things. And I'm like, whoa, wait, what? Baby, never. Never. I have a problem with that because church people have a tendency to think that everybody trying to be in their business and everybody trying to comfort. And truthfully and honestly, some people are here to actually try to help you, whether you know me or not, or whatever. You probably could have just scrolled 4, 5, 6 videos down my page and kind of try to feel my character. And that's one thing I do. Before I see when people write very mean things, or before I take something one way or the other, I try to understand the person. I'll go to their page and look. Even on Facebook, when I see crazy comments, I'll go to their page and look, because usually in the first about 20 posts of somebody posting, you can kind of feel out what kind of person they are. Whether it was truly meant to be harmful, spiteful, and crazy, messy, and foolish, or they might have been trying to help. I get online, I tell a joke, give a hot take, talk about and discuss and expand on topics. But one thing I'll never do is get online and intentionally try to down, hurt, degrade, berate, or anything somebody, especially when I'm literally getting over my own friend being cyberbullied on here until she took her life. Girl, be so for real. And when I tell you, I've been so hard up about this since I got off work and seen the post that they made about me, as if I was trying to pry in their business, tell them something about themselves that they didn't know, and all of this. I'm like, what? Where do you even get out of this? But you could have had a private conversation. My inbox is open. I follow you. You could have just sent a message. Anything. And I follow you on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and Threads, probably if you got a Threads. I suppose you. It's not like you ain't seen my name before multiple times in your feed. It's not like I ain't bought tickets from you, attending live sessions that you hosted, anything. And to do me like that put a horrible taste in my mouth. Like, we get, as much as you on that video posting how people should be aware of how the things they say and stuff affect people, I think you need to taste your own medicine. Because that post was so irresponsible, it was crazy. You didn't even have to make a video. You could have replied in the comments. But to blow it up like that, and literally having people on one side of a story, it's crazy. Crazy, irresponsible. Because people are chewing me a new one in your comments for something they don't even understand. Nobody's telling you being in your business and prying around, calling you out your name and anything else. And I don't even know how you even got up to this. The thing is, first thing I would have done since it's TikTok is literally ask somebody to go that's not me. Hey, go look at my page and see how this video is searching and indexing. And you would have seen, boom, that's what it's saying. Why is it saying that? And it came across my FYP. I wasn't even looking for you. It came up on my FYP and it came up just like that. I screenshotted it then. But y'all do absolutely the most and too much. The likelihood of me buying and trying and stuff, like, baby, I literally just was speaking to my team about, hey, we should put money aside to try to figure out how to book you. But I don't really think that's going to happen anymore, because that took something out of me. And I feel like it's because you should know better. With influence, with power, with ministry comes responsibility. And that was the wrong way, the absolute wrong way to handle it. I'm not trying to clown you and nobody else. I don't sit online trying to clown people. But again, like I say, church people have a tendency to think when they don't agree with something, they think everybody trying to come for them and come after them, instead of doing what the Bible tells you to do. With everything, get understanding. I'm not just some person that you ain't seen in your comments before or whatever. Why would I support you and then all of a sudden, or like your comment, support you, comment, engage with you, and then all of a sudden flip the script and try to do something such as egregious of what you accuse me of doing? That's crazy work. We could sit down and have a conversation and everything, and I'll tell you, you talk about me being socially irresponsible. What you did was worse. You sat, everything you sat and then sat in your video trying to, in an essence, berate me. You did it in that video. Not us doing the things we over here preaching about or preaching against. Same thing I said with people. Why y'all cyberbullying people when y'all supposed to be bringing awareness to cyberbullying about Rizi? That doesn't make sense. And I'm gonna wrap up this because no, I'm not gonna say the person is. My inbox is open. We can have a civil conversation about what the actual intent of me saying it, which is something you could have said in the beginning. Because I just would have got understanding. If I ain't understand, I definitely wouldn't have made a video trying to clown my supporter. That's crazy work. Crazy work. Never have I ever. That internet get to y'all. That's all I'm gonna say. It get to y'all. It give y'all space that it shouldn't give y'all sometimes. It give y'all delusions and everything that it shouldn't give y'all. My number's posted all over the internet. You want to have a conversation? We can have one, because that was uncalled for and super inappropriate. And one thing about me, I can hold my own. And I don't care if somebody screenshot the video, go back and tell her, or anything else, if you can put two and two together. It's not like I'm not tagged in the comment over there, because she literally replied to my comment. It's crazy how y'all treat your brethren sometimes. It's crazy. It is crazy. It behooves me how y'all treat people that y'all want to spend 80, 90, 100, 200, 300, $400 to come and see you, to come buy your stuff, to see offering and everything. It's crazy how y'all treat these people. But it's okay. It don't take you number one time to burn QV. That's all it takes. And I be done. Toast crispy rice. And I know some people who listen to this that know me, they're gonna be like, you what? Isn't it what? Yeah, what? Yeah. Like, if you gonna have the time to accuse me of trying to hurt you and we don't even know each other for real. Yeah. Peace and blessings and goodwill to men. That's all I gotta say about that. That's literally all I gotta say about that. Next topic before I get mad for real. Oh, sorry. Having a burp. So if you also been following me, you also know in the time that I've been absent, go on to a positive note, that I've started with Wegovy and I've started Benzellix. If you don't know, and I think I mentioned this, my A1Cs are elevated. I found out in September that my A1Cs are elevated. Stress got me all in the tears because my body was not really like this until life started stressing me out. Um, um, so my hydronitis suppurativa, I've been flared up. Actually, I said it's been a year. It's been longer than that. Actually, I've been really flared up since consistently since like October of last year. Um, October of 2024, rather. Um, it's been constant, hadn't stopped, hurting, really bad boils, draining, pain, weeping, all the things. And my A1C is just, it's not off the charts, but it um it's elevated, whatnot. And um she does not my head is itching. Sorry, my head itching. My phone ringing. My nose itching. Anyway, I've been trying to do self care and all the natural things I could do at home for my underarms. My doctor had put me on metformin for from September to December to try to see if my number would come down, and it really didn't. And with me going to the dermatologist, and they were working hard to try to get my medicine approved, child, our insurance is crazy. They do what they want to do when they want to do it and how they want to do it. The medicine initially they weren't approving it. So she had mentioned to me, the dermatologist had mentioned to me that, hey, maybe a GL1P, if you could, GLP1 med, if you could talk to your PCP to try to prescribe you a GLP1 med, they say that those also help with hidradenitis suppurativa HS. So when I went back in December, I had mentioned that to her because I told her the reason it wasn't really doing anything, being on doxycycline and clindamycin and stuff wasn't really doing anything much except for making me crazy and sleepy and stuff. So she was like, your BMI might be high enough. Let's go see, can we get your insurance just to approve you for your GLP-1s with your BMI being so high and your A1Cs being elevated? Let's see what we could do. And she was like, good news, they'll approve it or whatever. So she gave me the sample box. She's like, I'm going to give you your first months here. We have some in office. Your first months here, and then I'm gonna send your refills to your pharmacy of choice. So I got my first shot of Wegovy Wegovy on like the 12th. I forgot what day. It was in December. I got my first shot. Um, um, I got my first shot of Wegovy. I started at 312 pounds. I'm down to like 296 now. And it's January the 17th. I'm down to 296. Um, and they were able to finally get my Benzelics approved. And I started my Benzelics last week, 2 weeks ago. It's because I give myself a shot on Tuesday. You shoot yourself a dose every other week. I started that 2 weeks ago, and my flares have decreased significantly. I thought the flares that were under my arm, I guess they were ones that was waiting to come to a head and bust. So last night, this morning, yesterday ish, sometime, the last flares that were under my arm that were hard have come to a head, and now they are releasing, um, oozing, and they're not painful. So hopefully they'll clear up here in a day or two, and my arms will be like totally clear, which is the first time in having a totally clear arm. One, I hadn't had a totally clear arm probably since 2018 ish. But to not be in consistent flare up mode, it's be the first time since like October of 24 that I'm not consistently flared up. And I'm proud of myself. I'm proud that the weight's coming off and everything else, because weight was a priority, but it's just A1C getting down was the bigger priority, and getting some relief with my HS, because I'm tired of oozing and hurting. My arms hurt. Um, Tired of them digging, poking, prodding, all the things on me. Like, I'm over it. So that's my life update. I'm gonna keep y'all up to date on how much weight I lose. Um my goal weight is only about 180 to 200, more to the 200 than the 180, which means I got about 96 more pounds to lose, and I think I can do it. Um, I ain't trying to be no stick figure. I ain't trying to be that little. I'm just trying to get back to my pre-pregnancy weight, and before I got pregnant with Christian, I was like 170 pounds, and I'm fine with that weight. I ain't trying to be 140 pounds. That ain't, I ain't. Let me tell y'all something. I ain't been 140 pounds since like fifth grade. I ain't trying to be that small no more. Like, I ain't trying to be that small no more. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. Like, no, I ain't been that little since middle school. And I ain't trying to be that little. I ain't never wanted to be little, bitty, skinny, bitty. I ain't trying to be that. Like, I'm good with the 180, 200 bracket. Like, um, people ask me like my symptoms and stuff. Like, the only thing I've noticed that I can't eat is scrambled eggs, but it's certain scrambled eggs, and I'm not sure like what's one making my stomach hurt and the other not. Because like I ate a breakfast taquito from Whataburger, and it did make my stomach hurt. However, I scrambled my own eggs, ate an egg from McDonald's, and it did make my stomach hurt. But I had eggs from Waffle House, and it didn't make my stomach hurt. So I don't know. Um, but I love eggs, and eggs are protein or whatever. Anybody, people have asked me like tips and tricks of have I got nauseous? No, but you have to pay attention to the signs in your body. One, you have to eat slow. Two, you have to stop eating when your body tell you it's full. Like, you're done. Like, and if that's 2 bites, since with me, some days it varies. Some days I can get 2-3 bites in, and some days I can only get in. I mean, I can get a whole plate in. It just all depends on what it is. Like, y'all know food fills you in different volumes depending on what it is. What I will tell you is you gonna eat multiple times a day. Like, don't think that you really need to expand to 6 meals, not 6 small meals instead of 3. So I practically most days, especially when I'm home, like on the weekends, I'll cook me one meal and I eat that whole meal. I'll eat that meal in one day. Like, it take me all day to eat. That's how much. That's how little I'm eating now. I yesterday Christian wanted some fish. It was Friday, and I was like, "Oh, we can go to Fried Tomato." Child, I wasted my money, honey, baby. I ate 2 pieces of fish, a spoonful of collards, a spoonful of rutabagas, a spoonful of yams, a spoonful of rice, and a spoonful of broccoli casserole, and a spoonful of peach cobbler. And that's it. And if you know me and you've been to tomato with me, you know I can eat about 5 plates of tomato. I don't play no games at tomato on Friday anyway. And I ate me like 2 shrimp. I don't play no games at tomato, but baby, yesterday I said, well, I guess I won't be going to no buffets no more. I ain't even gonna waste no money. I'm glad I did get to go to Nummy and stuff before I had got on with Go. So baby, if I would have went to Nummy and paid them $40, but I know like Christian got to go to the urologist and stuff, and usually she like to go to Great Child right there tomorrow, and I do too. But I'm gonna tell Christian, that's a little bit more too much money because you already don't eat nothing worth of the amount of money you paying anyway. Baby, we might have to just settle on getting Checkers because Checkers is right there, and a couple other places that are right there that we'll eat at. But baby, we might have to settle on getting those things and not sitting down at the buffet. I think buffets are gonna be out out of the scope of our practice. Cause no. Absolutely not, my friend. Absolutely not. So yeah. Um that's my update with that. um I'm trying to think what else. I want to talk about. Um Next week we'll go back to regular podcast format. Um Topic stuff. Y'all got something y'all want me to talk about? Y'all send it on. Send it on. Send it on. I'll be talking about it again. I think the last thing I want to talk about is give y'all a little bit of some topic is I want to go back and brush about on this dating because of incidents that have happened here recently. Let me speak to the people who online date, long distance date, etc. Those relationships take more effort than your I see you everyday person to person personable relationships. And let me tell you something. I feel like being at a distance puts you at a better vantage point of seeing red flags. Because if they can't do this, they're not gonna be able to face to face. I'm sorry. I don't I had somebody I know being in a long distance relationship for a minute and inconsistent things that she would say, and decided to up and move her life to him, and the problems that she had over the phone have amplified. He and I just felt like, girl, he told you over the phone. And I think right now I want to speak to everybody, especially women. Baby, if he don't make no effort, he don't like you like he say he do. Men can tell you anything. And I mean tell you anything. But if he ain't gonna put no effort, he ain't gonna chase you down. And I ain't say be crazy. But I'm gonna tell you as somebody who is the nigga in the friendship with my guy friends. I'm like one of them. Men do what they want to do. And if he really, really wanted you, baby girl, he would do what he needed to do to keep you. It don't take all that. It really don't. It don't take all that. He just don't want you like that. He playing two sides of the fence, doing what he want to do, all the things. Don't settle for minimal, because minimal eventually becomes nothing. If he can't show you consistency as a long distance relationship, if he can't give you that consistency over the phone, he's not going to give it to you in person. And people are going to be like, well, that's no. People show you exactly who they are. Please stop giving people the benefit of the doubt. Can we not do that in 2026? Y'all giving benefit of the people the benefit of the doubt is why we're in this predicament that we're in now. Y'all don't listen to what people are trying to tell you. A lot of this civil and political unrest was told you to you that it was gonna happen, but because it didn't come out the mouth that you felt like it should have came out of, we are in a very volatile time. Y'all don't listen. Can't nobody tell you nothing. Y'all are above reproach, and I don't understand why. Have no idea, cause I'm not. Baby, it don't get that serious with me. It don't get that serious with me at all. It's a hot mess. Don't let nobody fool y'all. If that man or that woman can't be consistent over the small things, they're not gonna be able to move over big things. Okay? Don't get trapped up. I want y'all to really have y'all expectations and y'all life in check and y'all in 2026, and don't settle for nothing, okay? You can do this. It's okay to be single, and I don't think a lot of y'all understand that concept. It's really okay to be single. Like, you don't need a man or a woman. You'll be fine. It's less headache. Ask the people that ain't single. Some of them I know is like, girl, if I can go back to being as single as you, or girl, if I go back to being single you and leave her behind alone, boy, I wish I wouldn't. I should have just stayed single. Trust me when I tell you that. It's better that way sometimes. It's okay. You don't have to have somebody constantly invading your space. You'll be fine. All right? All right. I am going to link my GoFundMe and stuff in my bio in the caption of this. I'm going to link the petition to sign for Rizi's petitioning to get laws and stuff changed, get these people in jail, etc. I'm gonna also link that in this. Food wise, y'all, I've been doing so much. I told y'all I'd be back with regular format. Let me think, cause baby, food before this, it was lit. I don't know if I talked to y'all since I went back. Um, I don't know if I talked to y'all, but I did go back to Brito and I got ribs, but I don't know if I talked to y'all since I did. Yes, I have talked to y'all since then. I think, yeah, I talked to y'all since then. I was trying to think where I was. Like, I don't remember where I left off at, y'all. I really don't. I might have should have listened to my last podcast episode before I recorded this one since it had been so long. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm be back. I'm probably gonna do an exclusive this week. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm just gonna stress kindness. I think y'all don't understand the gravity of being rude and crazy. It don't take all that. Like, y'all, if y'all can do anything, just choose to be kind. And please, in everything, get understanding. I think I need to remind y'all, after being kind in everything, get understanding. Please get understanding. Please get understanding. Let's not be so quick and hasty to condemn and stuff and do stuff and deflect our pain off on other people unintentionally. Like, come on now. We can do better than what we do. And there are people out here that are really not trying to be crazy. Please stop treating everybody like they crazy. We got to do better. There are people behind those internet posts, videos, and stuff that have feelings. Let's do better with influence, with power, with an anointing, with a clergy collar comes great responsibility. Don't let God end up chin checking you on some foolishness when you ought to know better. And that's about all I'm gonna say, y'all. So I'm out of here. I enjoyed it. I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna have my thoughts more organized. We only rambled for an hour. You saw you needed to hear me ramble for. Um, yeah, it didn't need to be all that, and it's rambling. I didn't need to ramble. I needed to have a topic. I just wanted to make sure y'all know that I'm alive. I'm alive. So in a world that you could choose to be anything, choose to be whole, be at peace. I mean, choose to be kind, be whole, and be at peace and not in pieces. I love y'all. Have a great afternoon, day, night, or whatever time you listen to this. And please, for the love of God and everything holy, stop letting people get to you, all right? All right. Bye.